live streaming is on.
Welcome back, everybody, to Fun in the Locker Room. May 14th, 2026. Liam Holloway, Sean Rankel, Truett Carstetter, all here again to bring you everything from around the world of sports. We are in the thick of it in the NBA playoffs, which I think has been a pretty entertaining playoff so far, and we will get into that. But literally 25 minutes ago, if you're watching this live, the 2026 NFL schedule dropped, and we have some great reactions, as you can see from all of our jerseys. We are pretty pumped about it. So we'll get into all that and let you know what games we're excited for. I know that, we'll be starting our primetime picks again. So good to know what we're going to be wagering on ahead of time, obviously super far in advance. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell somewhere for notifications. Make sure to check out the Twitter, Fun in the Locker Room. Not to be confused with Silly Times in the Locker Room. That's not us. We're not affiliated with them. Just to let you know, Fun in the Locker Room is the name on all of our handles. And without further ado, I'm going to let my two co-hosts kick it off here with this glorious event that happened today.
I'm so excited. I've also just now found out there's a new ESPN game where you can predict the exact standings of every division and then choose the wildcard teams. So we will be pursuing that come August, ready bookmarking that. So little teaser in the business. Keep listening for another fun locker room going forward. But the schedule's out. I think we're all really hyped. I gotta say, in the history of the show, I don't think we've ever had a season with all of us this excited for our teams and hopeful that our teams can actually make a playoff run. I think this is the year all three of us are in the playoffs. I think it's going to be an electric year. And something about this schedule every year, especially this year, I think you're feeling the same way, Liam. When you're looking through these games, you're looking week by week, you're like, I'm seeing a lot of W's. There's a lot of W's on this calendar.
Yeah, Rank. Well, I haven't felt that way in a while, and it does feel different this year. I think it's going to be a really competitive league, and dare I say, I think we might have 3 division-winning teams on the show right now.
It's probably a lot of hopeless optimism, and we're probably overreacting a little bit. Just throwing it out there, just for your record, Trick. I think you said you were kind of fed up with our antics here.
I never said that. What are you talking about?
But we have hope. We all three of us have a star quarterback.
Yeah.
Me and Liam have 2 Rookie of the Year quarterbacks, and you have a Super Bowl MVP.
Well, he wasn't.
I love your optimism, Rank. Love it.
He's a Super Bowl winner for sure.
Super Bowl winner. Games to highlight. I think, Liam, we're going to have some bets going in week 6. Little Giants Saints. Some people are saying it might be a preview of the NFC Championship game. So
I heard that, actually. There are a couple of analysts.
Who said that, Rank?
No, Truett, I heard that too. So
I must be on a far different side of Twitter than you guys. My bad.
The bigger question is which of our teams will have to go through the Seahawks to get there. So we'll see when that comes down the schedule. I don't know. Anything else you guys want to talk schedule-wise? Talk about our teams? I think we're all really excited.
I'm excited. The tradition continues with the Super Bowl winner playing opening night. We'll be playing Wednesday. It's never been Wednesday. Why is it Wednesday this year?
Well, I think it's because they're doing the game in Australia on like the Thursday or Friday.
Oh, okay. I'm used to it always being Thursday. Maybe it was Wednesday last year and I just missed it for the.
I feel like a couple of years ago it used to be Wednesday. I don't know.
They've been pushing the international game, so you might be right. But exciting time because it's a Super Bowl rematch. That should be very exciting. This is the 3rd time the regular season opener will be a repeat of the previous Super Bowl matchup. Can anyone name the last time it happened?
Was it recent?
I'm getting visions of like Broncos Panthers.
Rick, you got it. You hit it right on the head. Yes, that was the last time it happened. We get a little goofy on the show, but we don't really touch on topics such as what's been going on with Mike Vrabel recently. But I wonder if the broadcast will mention that. He's had quite the offseason. Yeah, but it's always good to see a Super Bowl rematch. So I'm excited for that.
The one weird thing with international games that I hate that they're, and as a West Coast guy, True, you must hate this even more, but the fact that a division rivalry is going overseas, that just seems wrong. Like if you want to throw like a cross AFC thing, like whatever, but a Rams Niners game in Australia,
That's right.
Not right.
That is far. Is that the first time they've done Australia?
Yeah.
Wow, that's far.
Yeah, we got a game in France this year.
Yeah, they've done some Europe, Mexico, Brazil. Wow, Australia. And is it in Sydney? I'd assume.
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, I agree with you, Rank. I feel like it's normally. I actually can't speak to if it's normally divisional games because it's usually just like a Jaguars game that I'm just not really fired up for. But Rams Niners is a big rivalry game. And
Yeah,
I agree with you. It's weird to have that in Australia.
it is odd, but I know you guys are pumped for the first game in France, right? Saints Steelers. Oh yeah, first game in Paris. That's going to be an absolute bloodbath. We'll see who they line up at quarterback. I'm excited to see who's against the Shuck.
Is Rodgers back yet?
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Okay, question for you guys. Suddenly said that tomorrow you are now on the business development team for the NFL. Are you? Do you think this is an effective? What do you think of this initiative to spread the international game? And like obviously it comes at a bit of a toll. There's an associated cost with it all. What do you think is actually effective in doing what they want?
I think so. Yeah.
Do people in Germany give a fuck or no?
I think so.
Yeah.
They sell these games out. I think they have to do this better. In my mind, what they should do is, since they've expanded to 17 games, it's kind of left like one weird odd game where like it doesn't fit the normal schedule. It's somebody opposite conference. That game should be overseas. That means everybody pays 8 home, 8 away, 1 overseas.
Ooh, rank. I like that.
I like that too.
You get your over, but they're going to expand to 18 games pretty soon, knowing the NFL, and then that will go out the garbage. But they'll figure it out.
I mean, they're really easing. They're like gradually increasing this international presence, the number of games. What do you think the end state looks like? Like, are we going to have X amount of games throughout the year in Europe, Australia, Asia? Could we see a Chinese game at all, or no? What do you think the end goal is here?
It's interesting because I feel like they're the most progressive sport out of all of them of like sending these teams overseas. But I can't really imagine teams being there. Like they're not going to like put like people always talk about a division in Europe, which I don't think they could feasibly do that.
That'd be so expensive.
Yeah.
The game schedule would be insane.
It's just got to be like every like maybe 17 games. Maybe it is 16 games a year overseas, and every team goes overseas once. But like people are concerned, and I'm concerned of like, do you get a team in? Do you get a Super Bowl overseas?
No, never.
Wow.
I think within our lifetime, there's a Super Bowl overseas the way they're trending.
I hope not, Rank.
That'd be awful.
A division in Europe would be crazy. I mean,
that would suck for the players there. Imagine that travel. My goodness.
Yeah.
You just got traded to Moscow, buddy.
Yeah. Trade to fucking France. God.
You got to take your family or don't take your family, but you're living there.
What would it be
Also,
like the Paris baguette liquors? Like what would it be?
That sounds really derogatory, man.
I don't know, dude. I'm just trying to think of what it would be. Like I don't know. I feel like that's a little too out there for me. But I like what they're doing. I think it's fun trying to expand the game. And they said in Germany the beer sales were off the charts. So
Really?
fans had a good time.
Ooh. Can we go like Fun Locker Room to Germany, get some beers?
Little Oktoberfest NFL game?
Oh,
Watch a game.
Oh, they should really. I don't know if they're doing that, but they should try and pair Oktoberfest with an NFL game. I mean, that's a no-brainer. That's
Goes hand in
low-hanging
hand.
fruit, if you ask me.
So the German games are November 15th. That's
Missed
probably
opportunity.
after Oktoberfest, right?
Is Oktoberfest the month before October or after? It's not like actually in October, right?
I feel like it's like September. I think it's the month before.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
What else you guys got for schedule? Let's see what the NFL said for any
Prime time. Giants Cowboys opening night is prime time.
Nice.
It's
Sunday
exciting.
Night Football, and then we got Monday Night Football against the Rams week after. So Giants got some good primetime games, mix them throughout. I'm curious. Who's got the most primetime games this year?
Ooh. Oh. We play the Falcons at home. Primetime game week 4, Monday night. That's
See.
going to be a great game.
So
And guys, have we decided? Are we ripping Monday night?
Oh,
Yeah.
did you just look it up, Rank? I just saw it.
yeah,
Rams tie the NFL record for most primetime games in one season.
How many?
7?
What?
they
Damn.
have primetime games against the Niners, the Giants, the Broncos, the Bills, the Packers, the Chiefs, and the Seahawks.
The first 5 weeks, they have 4 primetime games.
It's not right. It's not right.
And then it's actually a pretty big gap between week 5 and week 12. But
Packers, Chiefs, Bills, and Seahawks will have 6 primetime games.
Well
We'll
deserved.
have to figure out our schedules in the fall and see if we go Thursday night or Monday night. But as the 3-2 leader in the clubhouse, we'll figure it out. Truett, maybe we'll get off the board this year.
it was such a roller coaster emotionally. I'm not ready. I need this whole summer to recharge, man. I'm not ready to go. That was such an emotional investment each week, especially like when you're playing from behind. You kind of don't have much to lose, and then the pressure got to me, man. We all know what happened.
Yeah.
Is your team back there watching the tape, like trying to figure out what the plan is for next season? You got the
They're on
intern.
the iPads. They're trying to figure it out. We're trying to make adjustments.
You
We're-
throwing iPads around, a little Tom Brady-esque.
Mm.
Yeah, it's I fired my whole staff after last year. I hope you know
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
Too much Cocomelon on the sideline.
It was horrible. I mean, I had to pull one of them back from beating the crap out of Adam. It was not good. They
Don't
just
mess with
wanted to
Adam.
take it out on Adam. But
Wow.
We're sorry, Adam.
how many games do the Raiders have? Little Mendoza. Do they have any primetime?
We have one singular
You
primetime game.
You have one
That's
game,
it.
and it's the Monday. Oh, Liam,
It's a Monday night versus the Falcons. That's crazy, man.
damn.
Steelers game is at 9:30 in the morning, though. That's kind of sick.
Maybe they'll flex it for you or something. Like
We play every game at 1 o'clock. It looks like.
Oh. They don't have much hope
Literally.
for you guys.
At least we'll be in. It's gonna be
I
the
got-
witching hour. A lot of witching hours for me.
I got primetime games by team.
Okay.
There are 5 teams that have 0 primetime games.
I thought you had to have at least one. I thought that was like a rule.
So did I, but I guess not.
Damn.
Any guesses?
Let's go with the Jets. Get the Jets
Well,
off. the board.
The Cardinals.
Yep, Jets, Cardinals.
Is it the Raiders?
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked by that.
Wow.
I don't like that. The number 1 pick can't get a.
There have been worse Raiders teams in the past couple years that have had like a Monday night or a Thursday night game.
Yeah, 100%.
I wonder if this doesn't count Saturday night games. Like, do Saturday night count as prime time? Because
I wouldn't really even count that in the spirit of the structure of the schedule. That's just
That's
kind
fair. 2 other teams.
What about the Browns? Are they on there?
The Browns are tied with the Saints with 1 prime time.
Yuck.
Yeah, 2 cheeks, the same ass. All
How
right.
about the Titans? They have a game?
Yep, Titans, no prime time.
Damn. Just a bunch of sorry ass squads. Dolphins have any primetime games?
That's the last one.
Yeah.
Wow. Nobody gets to see Malik Willis.
Honestly, that sounds about right.
Other shocker, the Colts only have 2 primetime games. I thought with Daniel Jones back in the season they had last year, they'd get some more primetime.
Right. Give us your honest opinion. Come on. Wipe that professional line. you're like, yeah, I'm pumped.
They don't like him.
Yeah, come on.
They don't like him. Giants are sitting at 4 though. We're supposed to be good this year. You guys see a lot of G-men on prime time. Get ready. Get ready to learn Dart.
Harbaugh's
Hoping that's Dart time.
first divisional game in the new division. I like that. Sunday Night Football. Very exciting. The Raiders is just surprising. We do welcome Kenneth Walker to Seattle on Sunday Night Football, October 25th, playing the Chiefs. That'll be interesting. That will be interesting.
I'm curious to see when Mahomes is going to be back because they gave Chiefs 6 primetime games, including I think Chiefs Bills is Thanksgiving this year. That's going to be an electric Thanksgiving night game if he's back.
Which one? Sorry? Oh, the Mahomes.
Chiefs Bills.
Yeah. Okay, last time the NFL started on a Wednesday. Anyone have any predictions? Or not predictions, guesses?
Is it also last time was it Broncos Panthers again?
No.
That would have been funny.
It was around that time though. You're in the ballpark.
2013.
I'll give that to you. It's 2012, and it was to accommodate then President Barack Obama's speech at the National Convention the following day. This obviously is for the Melbourne, Australia game.
Melbourne.
Wow. It's a record 9 international games this season. Wow.
We're getting closer to 16.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's time to talk some of the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Let's tee it up, Drew. We'll start off with you.
Yeah.
Thunder Lakers. How's the heart pulling strings? We got a 7-minute voice memo for you about this game. I know.
Yeah, I actually don't remember. So I was just for the fans. I give a very brief anecdote here. I was day drinking all that day. The woman left to go have dinner with her friends. I heated up some leftover Italian food. I went to the bar. I had four beers for $13 and watched the rest of the game. And then I walked a good deal to the next bar. And dear friend of the show, was it you, Rank, or was it Tom?
I did ask you.
Yes, Rank had asked about my thoughts. I don't remember what I said in that, but it was probably very indicative of what I thought. Yeah. So
you want to recount for us?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think about. I mean, it's a big shame that. Well, first of all, there was so much drama in this series with the officiating, and if you look at it, like as soon as Austin Reeves and I think it was Game 2, Austin Reeves and all the Lakers, confront the refs at midcourt after the game like a bunch of sissies. The tables definitely turned a little bit. If you look at the free throw attempts per game, the Lakers actually had significantly more than the Thunder throughout the rest of the series. It was still a 4-0 sweep. The part that makes me angry is Game 2, actually, like if we're just going to be honest, was one of the most unpleasant times I've had watching a Thunder game. Very hard to watch, like call the whistle every 30 seconds. Like this is playoff basketball. It should not be like this. And I mean, I should say, like, even at our advantage, it was hard to watch. The part that makes me angry is we still would have fucking whooped their ass and probably swept them even without all this like foul narrative that was going on. The Lakers, first of all, turned the ball over at such an alarming rate throughout the series. Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart went completely cold from their hot streak, and Reeves was really on and off. Aiden played like a soft man, and he made Hartenstein and Chet look like the next Tim Duncan, David Robinson. And last point I'll lead before I turn it over is we witnessed the birth of a star, the birth of AJ Mitchell, my beautiful, beautiful baby boy out of University of California, Santa Barbara of all places. He looked amazing, obviously filling in for the injured Jalen Williams, who did not play. in that series. He looked incredible. Shea also had one of his worst series of his career. Shout out JJ Redick for constantly sending doubles, which sometimes did frustrate Shea. He turned the ball over more than he normally does, and he turns the ball over incredibly low for a 30-point scorer. And then sometimes they just move the ball around, and it was Chet Holmgren wide open for a three. So, yeah, those are my takeaways. I think it's far more interesting to talk about what the Lakers have to do, because is LeBron going to stay? Rank's hoping that LeBron signs another $75 million contract to handcuff his team.
Yeah. Before we hop into Lakers, Drew, I just want to hit on one thing real quick. I thought Chet was an absolute demon this series. The Lakers don't have a lot of size, and the size they do is really soft. Looking at you, DeAndre, and Chet just took advantage from the beginning. He was a monster defensively. He dunked absolutely everything near the basket, and he just made good decisions. Dude was unreal this series.
And the Thunder are doing this without J-Dub. J-Dub is out. They have won every single playoff game so far without, at his best, arguably their second best player.
Yeah.
Well, AJ Mitchell,
Well, now, a little different. But it is very impressive. This Thunder's team, to be able to do this in back-to-back years and be in a position where I don't know when they're going to be stopped. You're enjoying Dynasty right now. You should enjoy it.
Well, Rank, next series is going to be very tough. Assuming we play the Spurs, we definitely need Jalen Williams. We need him a lot, honestly, for his defense. I mean, we're going up against a three-headed guard monster in Harper, Fox, and Castle. Granted, Fox has been pretty bad these playoffs offensively, but we're going to need all the defense and two-way ability that we can get. So,
is he supposed to be back?
The injury, so we're very lucky that we swept them, and we're having a lot of time off. So we're supposed to play, I think, Monday or Tuesday, depending on if this series goes to 7. It's a 1 to 2 week injury, and that'll have been 3 weeks. So I think that's great. Important to note that this is not the same hamstring that kept him out for a lot of the year.
Okay.
It's a different hamstring. So, yeah. But, I mean, that's going to be – Rank, I appreciate your optimism, but I am genuinely terrified because we saw what happened in the regular season. Like, they had our number. It was not a great matchup for us, and obviously playoffs are different. And
well, it might not even be the Spurs.
Yeah. We'll see how Chet can do against his best buddy over there in San Antonio.
Yeah.
All right, Lakers. What's LeBron going to do? What is this team going to do? They continue to be flawed in so many ways. If you were to sum up LeBron's career in LA, it would be a lack of supporting cast beyond a second star. He's always had a second star. He has, and you could argue potentially he's got 3 or 4 like 3 right now if you include Reeves. But the drop off there and your inability to construct a roster around him continues to be an issue with him. And Lay GM, once again, is not moving on.
Yeah. I mean, Rank, obviously he played his heart out, 41 years old.
Well.
He was the best player in the series. And the Lakers were just flawed in so many ways. I want to shout out Rui Hachimura.
Whoa.
He had a great series, man. Shooting the absolute piss out of the ball. I don't know if he's still the postseason leader in 3-point percentage, but he was for a while.
I thought McCain is, I think.
Yeah, just Reeves was inconsistent, and it was very glaring what their issue was inside, lacking physicality. Thunder just took advantage, kept going to the well. It was free eats down there. It really was.
If you're the Lakers, do you, 1, hope LeBron comes back, 2, hope he retires, or 3, hope he wants to come back to the NBA but not with the Lakers, you get a sign and trade?
Right. I would say that what you need to do, and this is something that Rob Pelinka traded for Luka, and he didn't have this, and you need it, and it's a plan. It was trade for Luka, and there was no plan. It was, let's use the fact that people just generally have an interest in coming to LA and take some flyers on a DeAndre Ayton or some of these other guys. How many stints of D'Lo has this Lakers team had since LeBron has been there? There hasn't really been this plan in terms of how to build a roster, and we're seeing with the Celtics and the Thunder and the Spurs and the Knicks, there has to be A, depth, and B, some sort of identity to this roster. And the Lakers lack strong identity, right? You have LeBron for the first time in his career transitioning to a third option, right? And then Reeves and Luka is this really weird, defensively horrible backcourt. Both can score really well. Reeves isn't like a tremendous passer. Luka is a better passer. But the rest of the team, you have no inside presence, as Liam mentioned. Rui Hashimura is great, and that's a great piece. That's the only other starter that I feel good about. So to answer your question, Rank, unless LeBron comes back on like a $5 million contract, I would say they're going to have to give him money because they want to salvage this reputation of LeBron and the Lakers together. But that money could definitely be spent elsewhere because Dalton Knecht is not going to cut it. Bronny James is not going to cut it. Luke Kennard, good piece. Marcus Smart, great minutes, not going to cut it going forward. Jackson Hayes, good minutes, not going to cut it going forward. It's just like, what is this identity?
God. Has the LeBron team ever had a plan? Like, you could argue the only plan a team had around LeBron was when he was in Miami with the Heat, and that was a plan he put together himself.
I would say that's a plan. I think Cleveland had a plan, getting LeBron and Kevin Love in the same offseason, defensive counterpart in Tristan Thompson, shooter and J.R. Smith, Shumpert. I think there was a plan there, but that's probably it out of Miami.
Rob Pelinka is not a good GM. To be fair, it's not really his job on the team right now.
All he did was take Nico Harrison a coffee. That's all he needed to do.
Yeah. No, Truett, you were naming guys on the roster though, like Jaden McDaniel, sorry ass guy, sorry ass player. I mean, the Lakers just have a lot of holes. I don't know if they're going to fix them anytime soon. I really don't know how they're going to do that.
They don't have any assets, no draft picks. Like, I hate to just throw salt in the wound, but like the Mavericks had a great game plan for Luka. And I just truly think Rob Pelinka's like, let's just pull this trade off and like, we'll figure it. Let's build the plane and fly it at the same time. What would you do, Rank?
My last question on Lakers. If you were a Lakers fan and you told them back in 2018 that you're going to get LeBron and you're going to win one championship and you're not going to really do much other than that in the next 8 years, do you sign up for that?
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Because what's, to Liam's point that I'm sure he's about to make, what's the
the alternative is you never get LeBron and you never get a championship. Rank, how many repeat winners have we had the past couple of years?
Not many.
Zero. Yeah.
But they had promised that young team. Like, they probably still needed to start to get them over the hump. But there was a lot of talent on that team that would be interesting to see if they developed.
If you think about it, they made that trade in 18, 19, won in 2020. And you can blame LeBron, you can blame Pelinka, but they blew up a great team. They really did, and they've never recovered. Westbrook, Melo, D'Lo, whoever the fuck we can find a point guard. They should move on fast because Luka's not getting any younger,
He might be.
Luka's going to waste his years in LA.
Just sad.
We're going to look back in 10 years and we're going to, similar to how we're looking back on LeBron's time in LA, it's going to be similar to Luka's, just without a ship.
They should trade Reeves He's a good player, but it's just a weird fit with Reeves and Luka.
Kyrie is not Reeves, and Reeves is not Kyrie. Not even close.
And Kyrie could hold zone on defense to some degree. Like they were hunting Reeves a
Oh
lot.
my god, he was getting cooked.
It was bad to watch. And in Reeves' defense, I don't think he was 100% healthy.
Yeah.
But still, if you're out there, man, losing a series is one thing, getting swept is another. They played hard game 4, but man, how can you get swept when the Kings doing that? I mean, come on.
They really did play hard in game 4, and like they were actually making shots and playing good defense. I think they played like solid defense throughout it. JJ Redick had a good scheme. They just couldn't hit shots.
Still couldn't win.
I could get behind a Luka Kennard backcourt and then get Reeves for like some wing, but I don't know. You have a center. You need to figure out your center.
You need a center.
You need almost like a Mark Williams or somebody like that. The irony there is he was a Laker for a few hours.
Yeah.
Rank, what's the next series you want to talk about?
Let's go to the other sweep. Other sweep in the Northeast. One that brought all of us smiles, I can just about confirm, when the New York Knicks swept the sorry-ass Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah, and this wasn't like there was nothing gentlemanly about this one. This was just pure belt to ass every game. Brunson played great. Cat played phenomenal. Game 4, they came out and made 11 threes in the first quarter. And that was just indicative of how the whole series went. Everybody on the Sixers went cold. Sixers had no depth. And the Knicks just had everything going for them. Depth was playing great. A lot of contribution from the bench. Team looked so complete. Definitely the most complete team in the East. Arguably, I'd say up there with the Thunder for the most depth in the entire NBA.
Definitely. And the Sixers team, not to say they are what we thought they were, but like we knew they had a very strong starting 5, and there was nothing after that. And when you take a starting 5 like that and make them play 40 minutes in a 7-game series against one of the best teams in the NBA, they're not going to have much left in the tank to come back on this. And they looked gassed in game 1. They had semi-hope in game 2, and I feel like once they lost game 2 like that, they had no chance. The series was over. They were done for it, and then game 4 was just a joke of a game.
Yeah. If you're
Sixers have talent.
I was going to say, if you're a Sixers fan, you can't hang your head on this season. They got more than they thought they were going to get. They have a young star in VJ. Maxey is that guy. They just didn't have more than that. At the end of the day, Embiid, big question mark going forward. I think this was a successful year for the 76ers. Can we agree on that?
It was an interesting year. I would say just because the playoffs, like, it was interesting. Like Embiid missed some games. Paul George got suspended. VJ was almost rookie of the year. Yeah, I'd say it's successful. Like you have a legitimate duo to build upon. You can maybe have Paul George age gracefully. I still don't know what you do with Embiid.
Big ask. It's a big ask.
As long as Embiid is on his roster, like the starting 5 is the best it's going to be. You just have to get depth.
Yeah, it's just Embiid is such an interesting case because he's really got the talent. Like I hate Joel Embiid, but like he's really got the talent. He is a very talented NBA player, but you cannot consistently trust him to be there when you need him the most, or need him at all. Like any point in the season, you can't anticipate him playing. His ceiling is probably 50-game seasons at this point. Like you'd be happy with that as a Sixers fan, and it's hard to, one, get in a good spot in the playoffs, and 2, be able to be consistent. He hasn't played 6 straight games in like 10 years. Jokic almost has more triple doubles than Embiid has games played in the past 17 years.
I don't doubt that at all, actually. You need a really good backup big, and shout out Drummond. Did a great job.
He did.
Not sustainable, but like you just have to assume like it's got to be very attractive for any center that wants to prove themselves. Like, hey, I'll come to the Sixers and I'll back up and beat. I'll probably start like 50 games.
DeAndre Ayton, welcome to
God, I
Philadelphia.
could so see that.
But like in the other aspect of like, there's always talks about trading Embiid. There's no market. Like I can't imagine a market for the guy.
No, when this contract's over, how old is he? He's like 33. I think he's got like 2-3 years left. If they don't keep extending him when that contract's over, nobody will sign him.
Are we going to see like a DeMarcus Cousins type of fall off?
Exactly.
It's a great analogy.
Damn. And you know what, Rank? It's going to hurt for you to hear this, but Embiid played fucking phenomenal against the Celtics, especially Game 7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, should have never got rid of Horford. You had the Embiid stopper.
They paid Sam Hauser instead of me? Come on.
He's got 3 more years on his contract, so he's around for a while.
Yeah, you're not getting off that.
He's getting paid $60 million plus a year.
Yeah. On the flip side, though, Knicks look like a juggernaut. This is what we envisioned at the beginning of the season that Knicks could be. And OG Anunoby has become an absolute star.
And he was hurt half the series, and he's still a star. Like he's supposed to be back for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, but Mikal Bridges stepped up without him. Josh Hart's playing well. I know you guys hate Cat, but like you got to give him credit. Like he is.
I don't really hate Cat. I don't really hate Cat.
You guys have called him soft in the past.
Yeah,
don't lump me into.
No, it was fair criticism.
It's fair criticism when he's not soft. He's great.
It. Yeah.
Still starts every game with 2 fouls, but it's neither here.
They've won 7 straight games, which second to the Thunder for biggest win streak in the NBA playoffs right now. And they're going to go into an Eastern Conference Finals against either the Pistons or the Cavs, who are both exhausted. And would you like to say the words you used about them last night, Liam? Because they're just god-awful.
They're both sorry-ass squads. They're both completely flawed. Yesterday looked like a glorified pickup run. I mean,
it was interesting.
Both teams just – can we jump into that one?
Yeah.
I think it's a matter of which team wants to lose at this point. I mean, the Cavs tried their hardest. They took it away from the Pistons, and they tried their hardest to give it right back. They said, here you go, and the Pistons couldn't convert. Pistons really, I don't know. Their identity is toughness, and that's all about they have going for them. They have Cade and toughness.
Yeah.
Cavs.
That was the first time last night that I thought to myself wow, yeah, this is a very young Pistons team, because they were just mistake. The play where they score in the 4th and Strus pokes the ball from Cade. It's dude, handle the ball. You're blowing a lead right now. There's a couple minutes left. Focus.
There's 3 minutes left, man. Show some urgency.
Yeah. And also it's going to be very interesting what happens with Jalen Duren. He's hitting restricted free agency. He's eligible for a lot of money. He's going to be he was an all-star, might make an all-NBA team, but he has been the 3rd best big on his team this playoffs. They weren't even playing him last night in the 4th. Paul Reed was coming in and hitting shots and free throws. Isaiah Stewart was hitting threes. I mean, Duren is literally just pooping his bed. And I think that's going to be great leverage for the Pistons in negotiation, because it's restricted free agency. Someone has to match something, right? They have to match someone else's offer.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be as high as the $200 million he's eligible for.
Is this a little LeBron to Detroit, maybe Jalen Duren to LA type of deal?
Oh, so Luka can make him better, I guess.
I don't know. True, I agree though. Jalen Duren has played him way out of some money. And he's not injured. He's just being butt. Flip side, Cavs, I mean, shameless basketball from James Harden last night. It was I hated watching that fucking stretch of that game. It was just ugly.
And the announcers they're like, that's his natural shooting motion. Like when he falls and he's like
God.
literally is like it's his natural shooting motion because he does it every time. Like it just looks natural at this point because he does it every fucking time.
He's fucking making a C letter in the air. Like he's he's the worst person. I hate him. I cannot stand watching their games. Like, yes, he probably made this team better. And to be unfair, yes, they're probably going to the Eastern Conference Finals. But it is the worst brand of basketball to watch. And this Knicks team are going to eat them apart. Like, they're going to be a demolishing. The Knicks are going to win 11 straight games because they're going to go 4-0 and sweep whichever fucking team gets there. Tobias Harris is the second best player on this Detroit Pistons team.
Yeah. Well, and that's another thing. I never, and I keep saying this, understood why they traded away Ivy because there is, like you said, Liam, it's Cade and toughness. Who else is going out there to create their own shot? Like you see when they got to rely on LeVert because Duncan Robinson's out, and you're like, okay, we don't have guys that consistently hit threes, so like let's give it to LeVert to go get a bucket. What? When Tobias Harris, who's been cheesing the turnaround midi all postseason and it's worked, it's not him anymore. You're like, oh fuck, where else do we go for the offense?
Yeah, if you're relying on Tobias Harris stepping into threes and mid ranges, it's not a good game plan. It's not a good game plan. On the flip side, the Cavs bigs just look scared and weak, and Jared Allen, 7 feet for no reason. Mobley, he'll give you 18 and 8, but nothing more. He's just straight mid. I mean, God.
Like, I don't know if you're gonna like this or hate what I'm about to say. Best player on the Cavs team, my guy, Max Strus.
Yeah.
Shooting the lights out of the basketball.
He is. The Strus has been loose, Rank.
How much is he paying you? Like is he
Nothing.
Oh, so
unless Adam's not cashing the checks for me, but
you're providing a service or something like that. Like you're just
nope.
He's helping you out.
I'm a Strus guy,
Yeah.
I fuck with him.
Truitt put down Strus' sneaky Finals MVP on his ballot.
Okay. I will have Adam. Adam, you want to go try to find a Max Strus jersey in the world and send it out to Truitt? We'll get him rocking it.
Definitely on clearance. Fanatics.
The worst part is I parlayed Strus Finals MVP with Strus Eastern Conference Finals MVP too. So he's got to win both.
Double dipper.
Mm-hmm. Fuck, Strus Fanatics jersey would go hard.
No one's ever said that.
You think anyone owns a Strus jersey in the world?
Nobody that likes themselves.
Maybe
Probably.
like 5 people in Miami.
Yeah, and his mom has 3 of them.
Yeah. All right, let's round it out with Spurs, T-Wolves. Let's talk about the elbow.
That was bad. It's bad look. You know what? You watch the games and you're like, okay, Wemby's getting beaten up. But Wemby, man, you're the star now. You can't make mistakes like that. That is just a juvenile move, and I think he's going to learn from it. I'm not going to hate on Wemby because I love him, and I'm going to glaze him. I love Wemby, but that was unacceptable.
I've seen worse.
Yeah.
I've seen worse flagrant twos.
Oh yeah,
He was
100%.
just the guy was around him. He's swinging his elbow. That happens all the time in like college and NBA. He probably did a little too aggressively. Dylan Harper's face of reaction that is quite funny. It seemed a little harsh, but
I agree with you,
like
Rank, where like it can happen a lot, but maybe it's because he's so fucking big.
Yeah,
There was a lot of force behind that.
he's just so tall. You can't blame him for that.
Yeah. Wolves have been playing good too. It's not like they've been a pushover, man. I mean, Gobert has been. I don't think any player has done better in terms of raising their stock value than Gobert has done this playoffs. He's been unbelievable.
And
And
the opposite end, Julius Randle tanking his fucking stock.
mm-hmm.
Which he had a an above average series versus the Nuggets and just a horrible offensive game yet last
Yeah.
night.
all
Especially like when you're like, he's obviously the best, most healthy offensive player on the Wolves. Like Ant's playing really well, but like they're trying to limit his minutes, and even though they're not really, but Randall, you gotta, and also who is the 4 on the Spurs? Who do they start in that front court opposite Wemby? Keldon Johnson?
They're running small. They've been doing Vassell, Champagny.
Yeah, I mean that's where you got to take advantage. Post up, dude, and just like you have the mismatch.
Yeah, well, I mean, Stephon Castle is just like a cheat code because he can guard 1 through 5. Yeah. Fox is insane on ball.
I would put Randall and Reed in the game together. Obviously not starting, but Reed shoots well enough to pull Wemby out of the paint, and then Randall, you have to just go to work on your mismatch there.
Unfortunately, Randall's just the lights are a little too bright for Julius.
I'm kind of shocked this series is close. Like, yeah, the T-Wolves are good, but the way that Spurs play when they're on, I think that's the issue. Some of these games they weren't on, and when we got the elbow in a game they probably almost should have won.
Yeah.
But
definitely would have
getting finished in Game 6 in my mind.
Game 1, they definitely got punched in the mouth. Like that was just totally out of nowhere. And then the suspension. Yeah. I mean, which of these two series do you think could go to 7?
The Cavs Pistons.
Cavs won
7.
Because you don't see the Spurs.
I think they take care of business.
Yeah.
Okay. On the contrary, there, the Cavs are going back to Cleveland, and the T-Wolves are going back to Minnesota. Like I know it's not the biggest difference in the world, but like, what a big deal it was for the Cavs to win in Detroit in Game 5.
Yeah, first road win for them. It's playoffs. Yeah. it's just
scared of them.
And you know what? They haven't lost at home. You know what they're due for? A game.
And I'm supposed to be scared of this team.
Liam, I think the Magic and that Game 5 are the only times the Pistons lost at home too.
Mm. No one can take care of business.
Yeah. Should we just assume the winners? Well, is it fair to assume the winners and then predict, or how do we want to do this?
Just do it now. Let's go for it.
All right, Ryan, walk us through your redo of your bracket.
Of my bracket?
Yeah, you got a blank slate in front of you right now.
All right, it's gonna be. Oh,
it's tough.
I know what I want if we weren't going to be together for the NBA Finals, but since we're going to be together for the NBA Finals, I want Knicks Thunder. And it's going to be Knicks Thunder. It's going to be Knicks over the Thunder in the NBA Finals.
Wait, what would you want otherwise? I thought that's what you would have wanted regardless.
It'd be kind of cool to see the Spurs. It'd be cool to see Wemby.
They'll have their time, okay? They're going to win the next 6 after this one.
The bet was MVP, DPOI, and Finals MVP. Are they announced MVP yet?
I mean, it's obvious who's going to win that.
Yeah.
That's Shea's award.
Okay.
Already in his trophy case.
All right, what do you got, Liam?
I'm sticking with my preseason prediction. And if it pays off, I'd win a little cash. I'd be happy with that. Spurs Knicks rematch of the in-season tournament, and we'll go Spurs.
In-season tournament rematch. Wow.
First time that would ever happen. Yeah, I think the real finals. Yeah, I mean the real finals. I think everyone's looking forward to. Hopefully, the Spurs can take care of business because I think everybody's had this on their calendar the whole year. What these two teams are going to do in a 7-game series. And
Spurs Knicks?
No, Spurs Thunder. Yeah. And yeah, true. If I didn't have cash or anything on it, the unbiased fan would say it's Thunder Knicks, Thunder sweep.
Oh,
But-
wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm only putting that because of money. Yes. Anyway, Spurs in 6. I'll take care of that.
I mean, I'm obviously going to go Thunder Knicks. I'm going to take Thunder over Knicks. It's going to be interesting to see who baits harder, Shea or Brunson.
Who baits harder?
He's the better baiter.
Who's the master baiter?
Clip that out of.
Cut that.
I think that would be a really interesting matchup. Like how are Mikal and Kat going to go against Chet and Hartenstein? Like, it's going to be really. I like the way like you compare those 1 through 5. That'll be a really good finals. I love playing in the Garden too. Not me personally, but watching my team play in the Garden, obviously.
It would match up extremely well because you go through the matchups. You got probably Mikal on SGA. Brunson's guarding the 2. You've got Josh Hart on Dort, maybe, or
Let's assume Jalen Williams is back. I guess.
so Josh Hart on
Josh
Jacob, OG
Yeah.
on Chet, and then Cat on Hardenstein. What's the 5, Truett?
I feel like you probably want OG on Dub, and then Mikal is a lot longer.
Mikal goes on SGA.
Yeah.
Oh, Mikal's on SGA. Okay, so then you
Or
You go
Hart.
hard on Chet.
Maybe you double them.
Hart. I could see them saying Hart. You're gonna take the challenge here.
Or Hart could also guard Hardenstein. I wouldn't mind Cat on Chet.
All right, you can't have Josh Hart guard Hardenstein. They're just gonna.
Chet's too good of a passer. That they would abuse that.
Maybe you run Mitchell Robinson. Maybe the Knicks go 2 bigs.
I think that's what they might have to do. A lot
At
of
times they'll probably run that.
You don't think they do OG on Shea and then
I think
Brunson
that's
on
what
Dort,
they'll do.
and then Hart on Dub and Mikal on Chet?
OG on Shea would make a lot of sense.
But would you rather Mikal or OG on Chet, Liam?
I mean, you're guarding the Thunder here. It's not fun no matter what you do.
I think I'd rather OG on Chet than Mikal on Chet.
Yeah, I just don't think McCall's strong enough to guard Shea. I think he'd get bumpy.
OG, like low key, not to glaze, kind of seems like the perfect defender for Shea. Very mobile, thick.
I'm excited. I was hoping the Pistons would win so we could see OG guarding Cade because I think that would be fun. But
That would be good.
we'll just have to see them obliterate the Cavs, unfortunately.
Yeah.
3rd time in 4 years, right? That's we Knicks Cavs.
You mean Knicks Pistons?
No, Knicks Cavs. Last year was Knicks Pistons. 2 years ago was over Knicks Cavs. The 3
Oh,
years.
Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. Interesting. Any trivia before we hoops grade it up?
You got one?
I actually, I low key might. Hold on. Who do you guys have for sneaky Finals MVP? While I'm pulling this up.
I was completely wrong. The Knicks just beat them 3 years ago. So
Sneaky MVP? Castle.
sneaky MVP is OG.
Ooh. And then obviously Truett would definitely be the assistant coach, AJ Mitchell.
Sneaky. My trivia is pretty simple. Can you name the one team in the NBA that does not have a white guy on their roster this year?
That's Raptors have Grady Dick.
Yeah.
Not the Celtics, obviously.
All the teams left have a white guy.
Who do the Sixers have that's white? Sixers have a white guy? I don't think they do. Is it the Sixers?
That way faster than I thought.
Maybe the Sixers.
Yeah, it's the Sixers. They don't have a white guy. Dude, you got the people in the video I saw that it took them like 2 minutes. You got that in like 10 seconds. Damn.
That was good, Liam.
Shit. That was a snipe. Wow.
Thanks, fellas. I've been on it this playoffs. That's why I watched that Magic Sixers game very intently. Um, I watched that game 7 very intently as well, Rank. I enjoyed that.
No.
Yeah, you did.
All right, you guys see? Why? No, we can't. We're not doing this one. This makes no sense. There we go. Much better.
Free throws under 50%.
Should we throw in a little Joakim Noah, or is that too obvious?
What about Chuck Hayes right there?
Oh.
Damn.
No. Yeah, way too obvious. That's a
Sneaky. Did Bogans do it for the Bulls?
I always spell his name wrong. Nice work. Hike me up. Oh, this is one of my favorite Sixers ever.
Oh, dude, I was gonna put him bottom right. That's a great shout.
Yeah.
Perfect. Can we go Noah Vonleh bottom right?
Yeah, great shout. In the Celtics jersey. Wow.
He's a Knick to me.
Or no. What's his name? Mike Dunleavy? The younger one. There we go.
Nice.
Skinny face. Very tall face like horse.
We go Solomon Hill, middle.
Great shout. Oh,
You ever edged 10 points? Never.
no.
No.
Maybe
Wow.
he could
Give
go
me, like-
bottom middle.
Yeah, there we
Nice.
go. Under 500% free throw shooting. Did Paul Reed ever get under 500% free throw shooting for the Sixers?
Is he that bad at free throws?
Where
Oh my god.
It's B-ball Paul.
I didn't know he was that bad at B-ball Paul. Wow.
is he now? I just saw him the other day.
Oh, he's on the Pistons now.
Go
Right.
Ursan Ilyasova, maybe. Yeah, right there. He ever averaged 10?
Yeah.
There we go.
Face. Who's the other? There was another Hill on the Pacers. Jordan Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Should we try and get rid of this one?
Yeah. Might as well.
Boban get under 500?
Good shout. Hopefully that's not too obvious. No.
What about Dwayne Dedman?
Eddie?
Ooh.
Eddie?
There
Oh,
we go.
nice.
Good
Right.
snipe, Liam.
Let's go.
I feel like Roy Hibbert's too obvious. I don't want to try that one.
Hibby.
Jan Mahimi?
Ooh,
Maybe too obvious or no?
high draft pick.
Any guesses?
Not really.
Fuck it. I'm going to go Mahimi. See what happens. Oh.
Oh,
41%.
Damn. Tough.
I think I can make you feel better. Some birthdays.
All right, birthdays today, fellas. Let's see. You got anything fun on here? All right, we got some names. All right. Starting off in baseball. We got center fielder for the Rockies. Happy birthday, Brenton Doyle. He's pretty solid player. I think he won a Gold Glove. James Outman of the Dodgers, as well as Tony Gonsolin of the Dodgers as well. Yeah,
Could probably make it out together in a locker room.
probably.
Celebrate the birthdays.
A couple Hall of Famers. We got who's this guy? Yeah, some interesting names on here. Tony Perez, Hall of Famer with the he played with the Reds. And then we got a guy by the name of Dick Dirty Tidrow. It's like Dirty
No
Dick
way.
Tidrow.
No
MLB pitcher.
What a nickname.
Dennis Martinez turned 71 today. Joey Cora, also his birthday, brother of Alex. Basketball. Sorry for how I butchered this. Yves Missy of the Pelicans. Happy birthday to you. Yves. Jives. I don't know how you say it. Happy birthday to Zach
think
Edey.
it's
He
C.
turns 24 today.
Nice.
24 years young.
Edelmeister.
Eddie House turns 48. Happy birthday to Eddie House.
Legend Eddie House. Taught Kobe basically how to be Kobe.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely do that.
All right. Happy birthday to I don't know any of these football players, man. Marlon Tickles turns 45 today.
Heck yeah.
Happy birthday to Marlon Tickles. Yeah. Happy birthday to Tickles. Big Tickles. Oh, happy birthday. I skipped this one. Happy birthday to Roy Halladay, Hall of Fame pitcher. You know, Rank used to use him back in the show. Lights out pitcher.
Die.
He did die. R.I.P.
R.I.P. He's like one of the only guys to do a perfect game with two teams, right? He got Blue Jays and Phillies perfect games.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a big deal.
Happy birthday to Rob Gronkowski.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
He's having a great birthday.
Big Gronk. I wonder what he's up to. Happy birthday to Frank Gore.
Oh, yeah.
Is he still active? Anyone know? Is he still playing?
No.
Seems like it, but no.
No.
His son's active.
Damn. Hope he's enjoying a drink or two, because I bet his body hurts. No homo. Happy. All right, that about wraps it up for football. Happy birthday to Jack Hughes, hockey player, Hockey USA legend.
Oh, yeah.
Legend. Yeah, I think we'll end it on that. Happy birthday, Jack Hughes, legend of the game.
USA legend.
Shout out to USA. A lot of good stuff coming over here, you know. Football season coming up. We're spreading overseas. USA might be on the up and up.
Can't sign off better than that. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. Jesus. God bless Fun in the Locker Room. And we'll see you all here next time. Talk more about wonderful world of sports in our locker room, comfortable with our chairs and our beverages and all of our companions. Take care.